Have you ever looked at the world of investing and felt like you're missing a secret playbook? A hidden strategy that the pros use to navigate the complex markets? Well, what if I told you that one of the most brilliant minds in history, a man who gave us the laws of motion and gravity, also held a unique, and surprisingly relevant, perspective on managing wealth? We're talking about Sir Isaac Newton and his little-known, but incredibly powerful, portfolio strategies. Now, before you picture Newton in a powdered wig furiously checking stock tickers, let's be clear, the concept of a modern stock market didn't exist in his time. But his life, his work, and his writings reveal a philosophy, a set of principles, that can be directly applied to how we build and manage our own portfolios today. His approach wasn't about finding the next hot stock or timing the market. It was about something far more fundamental. It was about understanding the forces at play, about patience, about a methodical and disciplined approach. In a world of high-frequency trading and endless financial news, Newton's wisdom offers a refreshing, almost counterintuitive, path to long-term success. So, let's peel back the layers and discover what we can learn from a man who, despite his genius, also learned a few hard lessons about the dangers of irrational exuberance. Our journey begins not with physics, but with a famous, and for Newton, a deeply painful, market crash, the South Sea Bubble of 1720. For those unfamiliar, the South Sea Company was a British trading company that had a monopoly on trade with South America. Its stock price soared to astronomical heights, driven by a wave of speculation and irrational optimism. Newton, ever the astute observer, initially saw the bubble for what it was. He cashed out his shares early, pocketing a tidy profit of around £7,000, a substantial sum for the time. But as the stock continued its parabolic rise, FOMO, or the fear of missing out, got the better of him. He reinvested, but this time, he went all in. The bubble, as all bubbles do, burst. Newton lost around £20,000, a truly staggering amount. His famous quote from this period perfectly encapsulates his regret: "I can calculate the motion of heavenly bodies, but not the madness of people." This personal financial disaster is our first, and perhaps most important, lesson from Newton. It's a powerful reminder that even the most brilliant minds are susceptible to the psychological biases that plague us all. He learned, the hard way, that understanding market fundamentals is one thing, but succumbing to the emotional tidal wave of the crowd is another. So, what were the Newtonian principles that emerged from this painful experience? We can distill them into three core strategies, each drawing from his scientific work. The first strategy is the law of inertia principle. In physics, an object in motion stays in motion with the same speed and in the same direction unless acted upon by an unbalanced force. Newton's investment equivalent of this is simple: establish a long-term plan and stick to it. Don't be swayed by short-term market noise or daily fluctuations. Your portfolio, like an object in motion, has momentum. Constant, unthinking adjustments based on market chatter are like applying a new, unpredictable force every day. They disrupt your trajectory and can lead to a less than optimal outcome. The modern application of this is creating a well-diversified portfolio and then leaving it alone. Instead of chasing hot stocks or panicking during a downturn, you let your carefully chosen investments work their magic over time. This doesn't mean a set-it-and-forget-it mentality forever, but it does mean resisting the urge to constantly tinker. The unbalanced force that should cause you to act is not a news headline, but a fundamental change in your investment thesis or your life circumstances. For example, if a company you own undergoes a major scandal, that might be a reason to reevaluate. But a 5% drop in the market? That's just part of the ride. Newton understood that patience is a force multiplier, and that true wealth is built through consistent, long-term application of a sound strategy, not by frantic, short-term reactions. The second strategy is the law of universal gravitation. Newton's law states that every particle attracts every other particle in the universe with a force that is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Now, how on earth does that apply to a portfolio? Well, think of your investments as a system of masses. The mass of an investment can be its financial strength, its market capitalization, or its inherent value. The gravitational pull is the force that draws other investments or capital to it. In a portfolio context, this means a focus on quality. Newton would argue that you should seek out companies with strong gravitational pulls. These are businesses with durable competitive advantages, healthy balance sheets, and consistent profitability. These are the companies that, over time, will attract more capital, more talent, and more market share. They are the bedrock of a stable portfolio. Just as a massive star pulls in smaller celestial bodies, a high-quality company with strong fundamentals will, over time, pull your portfolio up with it. This principle also applies to the concept of diversification. A portfolio with a diverse set of masses, different industries, different geographies, different asset classes, is a stable system. A portfolio concentrated in just one or two assets is like a solar system with only one massive star. If that star goes dark, the entire system collapses. A diversified portfolio, however, has a more balanced gravitational pull. The failure of one investment is offset by the success of others. Newton's understanding of systemic forces is a direct parallel to the modern financial concept of risk management through diversification. He knew that relying on a single, speculative bet, as he did with the South Sea Company, was a recipe for disaster. The third and final strategy is the law of action and reaction. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. In the financial world, this is a beautiful and often painful truth. A period of irrational exuberance, the action, is inevitably followed by a sharp correction or crash, the equal and opposite reaction. The South Sea bubble was the perfect example. The frenzied buying and soaring prices were the action. The brutal, rapid decline was the reaction. Newton, in his post-bubble reflections, must have seen this with perfect clarity. The practical application of this law in your portfolio is to be a contrarian. When everyone is piling into a specific asset class or stock, and the prices seem to defy all logic, that's your cue to be cautious. The action of the crowd is creating a bubble, and the reaction is coming. Conversely, when the market is in a state of panic, and good companies are being sold off indiscriminately, that's the time to consider acting. The action of fear-driven selling is creating an opportunity, and the reaction of a market recovery is a potential reward for those who held their nerve. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.